destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy, see the rings like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the wolf pack. Here to prove a point, number one, best believe that you don't want to tussle with them or be avoided them. Come in the ring with them, you're never walking out again. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. 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 You might wind up in a body bag. You took your chances, now it's time to show you we're wrong. In the ring, this is for all you sucks not strong. Day in, day out, the wolf pack for life. Tell me who has the guts to come in the ring tonight. We care about the replicas, we make our own rules. You're doing that what it take to fill their shoes. See, it's just a crowd pleaser. On the ground to leave, you're the punishment for making enemies with these soldiers. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. 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 You might wind up in a body bag. Wolf pack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy, see the rings like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the wolf pack. Here to prove a point, number one, best believe that you don't want to tussle with them or be avoided them. Come in the ring with them, you're never walking out again. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. 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 You might wind up in a body bag. Wolfpack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy, see the rings like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the wolf pack. Here to prove a point, number one, best believe that you don't want to tussle with them or be avoided them. Come in the ring with them, you're never walking out again. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack.
We are live. We're not early. You're an hour behind my Central Time Warzone warrior. Plan B in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Welcome to the save point. You know how we do the save point in this joint. Middle of the week. We got some things to talk about. Shout out to Melo's little Rodney's son, Brierios, Merkenstein, and whomever else is out there. This is what we do. Hey, wait, hey, y'all, we don't normally do this during the week. You know, Parker got us doing 3 shows a week. He didn't show up for the one on Sunday, but, you know, we normally got us doing 2 shows a week. You know what I mean? Hit the like button while you in here. Let's go. Levon, we saw some topics here. What do we want to go for? We'll save the FTC horrible show for last.
Let's go for Nintendo first. So everybody's been wondering, what's Nintendo going to do after the Switch? Will it be a smooth transition to the next generation Switch or what? Well, here's what Nintendo has to say. Nintendo plans smooth transition from Switch to next consoles by using players' Nintendo's account. Nintendo plans to give Switch players a smooth transition to its next console using Nintendo accounts. Speaking during the investors' Q&A session, translated by Genki on Twitter below, Nintendo President Shuhei Furukawa indicated that Nintendo accounts will be a staple for users going forward. as for the transition from Nintendo Switch to next generation machine, we want to do as much as possible in order to smoothly transition our customers while utilizing the Nintendo account, he said. So what this tells me is that backwards compatibility
I ain't
will
got
be a
nothing.
thing.
Well,
That's what this is telling me.
to that, the Rick says, it's about damn time, Nintendo. Finally. So that means, so Levon, you're telling me all that junk that I bought on the Switch and Nintendo store, I'll be able to carry all that stuff over to my next Nintendo console?
Yes.
Ooh, that might...
I called that too. I called it later on.
man. Oh, smooth transition, you say?
Yeah.
I
Kinda
think
like
that's a
PS4
W.
to PS5, Xbox to Xbox Series X, stuff like that.
That's a dub. That's a dub.
Yeah.
That's a dub.
Basically, I would say this. It pretty much lets you know that it's you eventually gonna get an announcement or it's coming soon within a year or so, year and a half, whatever. Probably the successor. So yeah, that's why you're doing that in play as far as like traveling over. So people say, oh yeah, so we just go and adopt that new console because Nintendo going to just want you to do that.
And that's gonna make their sales even stronger now, though. I think so. Hey, yo, Buck that says, yo, shout out to Buck for coming through. He said, laughing my ass off at Levon's smoke alarm. Yeah, Levon. Now, bro, you're a hard worker. Now we can send you some batteries, brother. I mean, now I don't know if you're tall enough to get to the ceiling to get that changed. Shout out to Ish who's in there. Ish says Mario Wonderland will sell more than Starfield. Hear me now, quote me. Oh my, listen. Shout out to Ish. Ish is the bro. I like Ish a lot, but there are certain games that have affected Ish's life, and God of War and Starfield are two of them that have just made this poor man disgruntled. Ish, we're praying for you, brother. We're praying for you. So, Ty, you said you called it, but how do you feel? Does that make you do you own a Switch, Ty?
Yep.
All right. So
I own everything.
Oh, shit. He said, I own everything. So that must make you feel better, being the Switch owner that you are.
Yeah, because me and Levon was talking about how it would transition the games over, like how the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I told him like they might have an upgrade on the newer console to make it look better. I was telling him that in one of the shows when we went on the show. So I called it. I said it was gonna bring them games over. But he was saying like maybe Samus. I forgot the name of that Samus game he was talking about. But Metroid. He thought that game was gonna be the one that converted over. But I called it. I'm glad I did too.
Well, that's one of the things that we had on our Nintendo checklist. We got backwards compatibility, stream. What do you call that? No problem. Streamless, could just get into it. Now we need the graphics and we need a third-party support. And quiet as kept, Nintendo might win the next generation. It remains to be seen.
You know what would help them win if they put all them games on that emulator, on them like emulators they got. Like they got the 64, the Nintendo, the little handheld one, the Nintendo Advance, the Super Nintendo.
Oh, the 3DS ones? Are you talking about them?
Yeah. If they put them on, if they put the rest of them on there, Nintendo got it. Nintendo got it if they do that.
Yeah, but I think Nintendo needs, like, again, I always say they need more third-party support, though. Like, you can't leave that money on the table, bro. They need the 2Ks of the world. They need
and
that.
I'm telling you right now, the new console is gonna have 2K dot
Madden
1080p handheld. I'm calling it right now,
bro. And they have a strong presence over there in Europe. Imagine if they had like a FIFA that was worth a damn, or they're gonna be FIFA by then. But that soccer game, by then, like Nintendo, look, they got so much potential. The fact that it is, portable, you can't let Steam Deck and this dude Rogue Ally get all the shine, bro. You guys are the grandfathers of this. So
wait a minute, let me stop you for a minute. Is the Steam Deck and Rogue Ally are just PCs in a handheld?
Yeah, they're very
like PC games. So
but when we hear PC, Parker, we're talking like here's the reason why I didn't even open my Steam Deck. Why would I open my Steam? What game would I play on PC that I have to enjoy it that much that I want to bring it with me portable? I mean, am I really going to be pulling out a mouse and a keyboard on the airplane to be playing World of Warcraft?
All PC games, you know.
But I named that specific PC game, you two jabronis, before you guys jump on me and try to beat me up. The whole point of me was naming World of Warcraft because I gotta have it PC game. You see what I'm saying here? Everybody, other than that, all the other stuff that's on PC, the Sony shit that comes 3 years later. I don't know if 2K's up there or Madden or whatever that garbage is. That stuff, dude. Well, I'm just saying, like, bro, it's just. I mean, you got that stuff on console.
I gotta stop you for a minute.
Nobody cares.
Hold on, listen for a minute. When you talk about PC gaming, it's just not all of it's like console like games though.
I understand that. There are some adult type games, but hear me out here. A lot of people who are PC owners, whether it be in our chat, whether it be on our panel, a lot of us game on PC for the power. You can't carry that power over to a portable system. So to me, now this is to me. To me, it makes no goddamn sense to me to have a Rogue Ally or a Steam Deck if I'm going to have a powerful PC at home. That doesn't make sense. Explain to me why that works for you.
I mean, no, here's the thing. I'm saying you're looking at you, though. You got to look at also the bigger picture. A person who's going to get a Rogue Ally probably don't have that type of PC or just want to have it where they can game on the go or in the office, whatever, where they powerful $10,000 PCs at home.
All right. Yeah, now I want to get a Buck. Hold on. Buck says something very.
That's a good point. Actually, there's a lot of great stuff only on Steam.
Yeah, that's a good point.
To be into that culture to know them.
Absolutely. What, Half-Life or whatever that shit is that you can play portable
games and stuff. You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Buck's right about that, but, and I say but, Obeen. I mean, to me, if I'm going portable. And I have a choice between a Steam Deck, a Rogue Ally, and a Switch, or some kind of portable Nintendo I'm going with the Nintendo. I'd rather bring the Nintendo with me portable than the Steam Deck or one of those.
That's fine though. It's preference though. That's a preference right there. So, you see what I'm saying? So there's no wrong or right answer, really.
Well, no, there's not. You're right, because it's all subjective in the way that you play your games and how you want to play your games.
So Nintendo made that. But any game that you buy your PC, right, it's going to carry over to that on Rogue Ally portable or similar like portable like that because it's a PC. It's a full PC though, the Rogue Ally. So every game, yes, I'm saying. So
shout out to Onyx. He said, Onyx says, but you can put Nintendo games on the Alloy and the Steam Deck. Yo, that's a good point, Onyx. But let me ask you this. Now, does the Steam Deck and the Rogue Ally have an SSD, like that fast SSD?
Yes, they do.
Okay,
yes.
All right.
Yes, they do.
Okay, the reason why I asked that is because I remember one of you guys, the panel members, it was the producer or it was the capper or whoever it was, says that some PC games, the requirements might come down to an SSD.
Like Starfield?
Yes. The SSD is becoming a requirement now. Yes.
As soon before it's gonna become standard.
Now, me and Ish don't normally agree on anything, but I'm rolling with the Switch. If it comes to portability, I'm rolling with the Switch. Nothing, and the Rick means nothing, can touch Nintendo's library. So as long as you have a Switch, none could. I get it. You can play their games and steal them on these Rogue Alloys and stuff. I get that.
I would never say that. But what I'm saying is,
do you have a Switch, Parker?
I finished going on what I'm saying though.
Okay, but I need to know. You're commenting on this, telling me to stop. But do you have a Switch?
No, I'm doing it as far as the Rogue
Ally. So you like that guy in court today? Okay.
No, can I finish though? But listen.
All right, go ahead.
Only way to play the next gen version of a Madden on the go, crossplay with next gen consoles is with PC, and we all know you got PC handhelds out there though, right? So yeah. So like maybe somebody want to take that Madden on the go with them though, right? Crossplay and play with somebody like you, Ricky Brown, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So yeah, that's a fact though.
Now,
right?
Buck Johnson has another point, and he says that Nintendo is not always great to emulate working-wise. Great, but control setup for 64, Wii, etc. is a pain in the ass on PC. And that could also be, like I said, me, Ish, I know Levon, what are you bringing? That Switch or that Steam Deck?
It depends.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I would say this. Just imagine bringing what's the latest Diablo on the go with you on your Steam Deck or
that
Rogue
thing's gonna run
Ally.
like ass, dude. Shout out to my man Phenom Gaming.
But anyway,
what's good, brother?
I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead, brother. What you got next, Levon?
All right,
Steer the ship.
To the next topic. So, Final Fantasy 16. Anyone of you guys played it? Anyone?
Just a demo.
Wait, whoa. Is that the game that's in 720p in performance mode?
Yes.
So wait a minute, you want the Rick to go back to 2008 720p upscale checkerboard to satisfy my gaming needs?
Well, that 720p game is overheating some PS5.
Whoa. Now, I believe my little fat buddy, Next Gen 720, had the same issue live on air.
What I'm saying about that, I don't know about the overheating though, but I know he was like terrible opening playing that game. And he would dodge to save his life. They're trying to tell him this to die. He's pressing the other button. So yeah, but go ahead though. That was crazy. To watch that game, him playing that Final Fantasy.
No, wait a minute. Now we can't talk about guys' gaming skills, but we just want to know, like, bro, is this really a thing? Now, it wasn't just Z. It wasn't just that raggedy Marlin gaming who was sitting out here doing a jig today. Listen, there was at least 5 videos I've seen. Now, look, I don't know if they're all, BSing or whatever. Shout out to Thriller Ali. What's good, brother? What's good? What's good? My man Thriller Ali up in here. I ain't seen you in here in a minute, brother. Now, if this is true, that these things are really overheating like this, can we have a possible Red Ring of Death Part 2?
Well, I'll say this though. Why Final Fantasy is making those consoles overheat? How I don't know if it's true or not.
Those people are cleaning up their PS5s.
But listen to me though. But hey, I'm real. Like,
keep going, Parker. Keep going.
All the time out invested in my PS5. I still have my launch PS5. Rest mode or not, putting it in there, playing my games. Hours on hours, and I haven't had any overheating, or I had no special message from my PlayStation.
Whoa! Time out! I got breaking news here with Ish. You said did your PS5 overheated playing Street Fighter 6 and Diablo 4? Whoa! Now here's where the problem is. I don't think the problem is the PlayStation hardware, but then again, this is a PS5 only game. Is Diablo 5 a PS5 only game as well? Now,
Diablo is on PS4.
Okay, because now here's my question. I don't necessarily know if it's the hardware because this thing would have been happening like crazy. Can it be where people are placing their PlayStation 5? You can't. Now listen, the PlayStation 5 is damn near as big as my gaming PC. Well, all right, it's not that big, but it's big. It's huge console. And a lot of people have to fit it where you can fit it. And it might be some ventilation problems. One time there was a person or an article that was going around saying that if you didn't lay it on its side, that it would overheat, right? Is that really a thing? Anybody? Help me out here.
I don't got anything to say on that, but Parker?
Anybody?
Yeah, it was like some rumor that it's better to lay it on the side, but I thought that was the other version they made. Remember they made one with like a better cooling or something like that.
The newer models they made it to be to cool better on the newer models. That I remember hearing about it. It made it like less clunky inside, if there is such a thing.
Yeah. So they could possibly have a problem with their console that's starting to develop, possibly, I guess.
Now, Phenom says they should have put clean the console on every copy of Final Fantasy 16. Ha! All I'm saying is bro. Now, to be fair, both flagship companies or high power console have been taking some hits, bro. This week. Sony, they had a good time to come up. They had a game released with an 88 Metacritic. Shout out to them, Final Fantasy. But I'm gonna wait to play it on my PC. They got a good 88 game, and then now you can't play the damn thing. If you that's crazy. Mello's little Rodney says that Final Fantasy 16 ain't overheating PS5s. Well, hey, Mello's little Rodney son, it damn sure wasn't God of War Ragnarok that was playing when it happened. But to be fair, I don't think when it says it's getting hot that the PlayStation shuts down. I think you can still play, right? Correct?
But yeah, but I never got that on PlayStation getting hot though, and I believe my PlayStation be left on for hours. Like that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what's going on, and I'll be seeing like people doing like 6 hours, probably 4 hour streams on a Final Fantasy though and stuff.
Yeah, I seen some jabroni talking about he took his side plates off and he put ice next to it, which I think is a lie. I think people just make this. So Ish, and I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying, like, Ish, if that really happened, number one, why didn't you tell me this in Discord so I could have used this material on a future podcast? And two, what did you do to stop it, Ish? Did you stop playing? Did you put your air conditioner on high? I mean, it is the summertime. What happened? What are you guys doing who had a PlayStation overheat playing Final Fantasy 16? What have you done to rectify the situation? Inquiring minds want to know. So just let me know what y'all did, because I got to know, because, let's just say if the game got some DLC and the Rick just couldn't wait to play it and he booted up his PS5, this game, and if I overheat, I got a problem. I need y'all to help me so my PS5 won't overheat. That's when a little Mello's little Rodney son says, my PS5 overcooled while playing Final Fantasy 16. It got too cold. What? I don't know about that. I think he's capping on that one. Anyway, so listen, true story or not, for the 6 videos that I did see that the PlayStation did overheat while playing that game, that's an epic fail. Sorry. That's an L.
I don't know what condition like a person's PS5. I don't know, or maybe like you said, in hardware, you might get some consoles that came off the assembly line wasn't as optimal as other ones possibly.
I don't know. Thriller, that's a good question. I asked that too, Thriller, before you came in. Were they laying it down? Ish said his is laying down. Now, Ish, if you're laying your PS5 down, that's going to take up half the living room. That thing's huge. So
I mean, here's my thing though, right? Mine still stands enough, but mine for me hasn't overheated, whatever, right?
You
yeah,
haven't played the game, you can't say that.
I'm about to say, has anybody on the panel playing Final Fantasy 16 right now? Is anybody actually playing the game right now on the panel?
So, hell no, I don't want to do it because I don't want mine over.
Oh shit! Hey, anybody in the chat besides Ish have their PS5 overheat? Let me know. Type a 1 in the chat if you overheated. Type a 1. Type a 2 if you're capping. Let me know something. So of course, me being the devil that I am, I put up a poll. Do you believe the hype about overheating PS5 on Final Fantasy 16? And 57% of you guys say no, and I don't believe it either. I think we can cap and we can, we could just say ha ha moment on PlayStation and laugh, but I don't think that's true. I think that I think it happened to one person, and then people can just do whatever to make it. I seen people. Remember when people were roasting marshmallows on Series X's? Remember that shit?
Yep.
Oh wait.
Saying, my question is this: what would make your PS5 overheat by just playing Final Fantasy, right? And not other games. So would like all the games be like overheating though?
Well, because I think Forbidden West is more taxing. Think about this. I would think playing your PSVR 2 would be more taxing on the PlayStation than that particular game. Because
maybe it's something in the code that's doing it.
So maybe it's not the console. It'll be software related, meaning like
if I it's in the game doing it, not
That's what I'm saying. So
well, the Rick is gonna call it down the middle, like I always diggity do. I think it's a nothing burger, and I think it's just people trying to get clicks, clout chasing, or whatever like that. I think it's fake news. I think it's fake news. Levon, steer the ship.
So let's talk about this new Iron Man game. It's currently developed by EA Motive Studio, and it will be powered by Unreal Engine 5, according to a job ad discovered online. Now, the last Iron Man game that I played or know of was Iron Man 2008. It was on the PS2, PS3, and Xbox 360 and Wii. They also made another game called Iron Man 2, based on the 2010 movie on the Wii and PS3, Xbox 360. That was the last Iron Man game that came out that I know of. Now, what are you guys' thoughts on this new Iron Man game that could be, using Unreal Engine 5? What are your guys' thoughts? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think it has potential to be a big franchise if they learn from the mistakes of Anthem though, right? And and stuff like that. Because it's by EA though, so you remember Anthem though, right? You feel like you're an Iron Man, so with that costume it might be kind of open world with the Unreal Engine 5, so it could be a good action adventure third person game, whatever.
Well, they made Anthem, right? EA did it. Now, hell,
behind it?
You can take the template of that, bro, and make a good Iron Man game. I mean, the flying, the suit and stuff, and that right there is fire.
And you can make a first person with the interface in the suit, how in a movie though.
All right now,
all that stuff. See.
All right now. I'm liking the way you're talking, Parker. Keep it like this. This is the Parker I like. That other weird Parker who be out here scared to fight people in Street Fighter, putting up old clips, talking about he exposed a $10,000 PC when he can't spell $10,000 PC, talking that nonsense. But this is the Parker we like.
Hey, you can ask Merc. I was out there fighting in rank yesterday with a new character on Classic. Ask Merc. He was there. He was on the stream. See what I'm saying? So when you talking was irrelevant about me scared to face somebody. Come on.
Anyway, so I'm interested in the Iron Man game. Iron Man is my favorite Marvel character since the MCU came in 2008, I believe it was 2007, 2008. That was 2008. Yep, that was he became my favorite character because, he reminded me a lot of myself. Going through stuff. You have money. You don't know where to go. I felt a lot like the Black Tony Stark. But anyway, just not that kind of money. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Unreal Engine 5, so it's probably
I'm looking forward to it as well.
Probably gonna play best on PC, of course. And if you have EA Play Plus, I think it is Super, whatever the hell it is.
Is it on PlayStation?
It's probably it'll probably come well, after what I heard in court today, it may be a PlayStation timed exclusive. You just never know.
No, but it was Motive. That's an in-house EA studio, right?
I don't know. It doesn't matter who the studio is, bro. You got that cashola. You can do whatever you want.
No, but mostly EA.
No, mostly EA do with Microsoft. More Microsoft than they at PlayStation.
Yeah, well, the guy that's at EA, he used to work at Microsoft.
What I'm saying, what EA does, they make these games that have multiplayer, whatever and stuff too. So
yeah. All right. So Ty, you looking forward to it? I didn't hear you say if you were or you weren't.
I didn't know nothing about it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That guy said today. The idea of an Iron Man game.
Can you jabronis do your homework? God. We got to
I was gonna say, and also we're going to take it back. You know what? Remember, War Machine. Actually, I got the first War Machine. Got the comic book.
I hope you got it in plastic.
Oh yeah, I always do. Yeah, I do. It's probably not the it was like a mini-series type, ongoing series. So not the but yeah, War Machine. Though everybody know who War Machine is. Remember. From the comics, though, it was like,
yes, sir. Hit the like button.
It was like another Iron Man, though, but that'd be considered like a spinoff of Iron Man, though, really. So,
yeah, good. Anybody got anything else on this particular topic before we move on?
Did they say how it was gonna be, or they just said they just announced the game?
They announced it honestly, it's in development. They announced it like 7 months ago, I think. We were talking about it like 7 months ago in the Broadband Bully Discord. So
I like the fact with the Unreal Engine 5 being associated with it, though.
well, yeah. I mean, which means it's going to play best on PC. Yeah. We know what that is.
If those that can afford a PC, but if
Well.
not, then console might be the best way for you. See what I'm saying?
Everybody can.
Everybody, are you guys ready for the big topic? The
Well,
biggest topic that's been talked about, since last week and even crossing over to this week. Let's talk about Microsoft versus the FTC.
Wait a minute. I got a question before you start that. Well, it started with Activision. It's about. Did they say what the 4 unreleased games or the unannounced games? Do y'all know what that is, or they just say they unannounced?
as far as hold on, say that again.
They
Ty.
said Activision got 4 unannounced games.
Yeah, one of them
Do
is
y'all know
like,
what they is?
well, nobody knows for sure, but the court document, they're trying to force them to say, hey, look, or they want them to tell them that if acquired by Microsoft, will those games release on PlayStation and everybody else? But here's Microsoft is a little sneaky. And here's what they said. They said any games that are already on the systems, your Overwatch, your Call of Duty, your Diablo, they're saying they're not going to take them away. You're going to keep getting them. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to make the new stuff that Blizzard and Activision make exclusive. So that's and those lawyers for the FTC aren't even really making that case. So that itself is kind of weird. Like, we're gonna get into, I'm gonna put a poll up, and the poll is gonna be, who do you think is winning? All right, let's see. It's gonna be, the question is the FTC making its case? And that's just going to be simple yes or no. I mean, hell, it's only 2 choices anyway in the poll. Because here we go. Let's go. So, this Microsoft versus the FTC has been lingering. Before it was ABK, but now we're in court now. The FTC wants a injunction, a preliminary injunction, which can then, if they get that preliminary injunction, they can keep just pushing the case out more and more and more. I got to echo somebody listening to the show. So what that is they can just keep pushing this out for 2 years until Microsoft actually gets a trial in their own court. So what happens here is, folks, if the FTC does not get a preliminary injunction, Microsoft can then close the deal. That's what this whole fight is about. But they got a temporary restraining order, which lasts for 2 weeks. So in these 2 weeks, they are going to be in court for 1 week, and then 5 days after the decision, you'll know what happens here. However, the FTC has to prove irreparable harm, antitrust, and in fact, a foreclosure if this merger was to go through. They have been calling witness after witness. They had Jim Ryan via, satellite on some video that he took, and boy, oh boy. All I'm gonna say, we'll get deeper into the whole Jim Ryan and who came on the stand and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, the FTC has to prove their case, saying that, hey, look, this is an antitrust issue here if they buy this company. And so far, spoiler alert, they're doing a bad fucking job at it. They haven't proven anything. Has anybody in the chat, anybody on the panel been keeping up with this case here? I was listening to it earlier on Zoom, but then I got kicked out when my phone died. I tried to get back in, but it didn't work. But the issue is, now, look, I hate to say there's a conspiracy theory, but I personally think that the FTC is taking a dive on this case because they don't like Lena Khan. They want her up out of there. They're ready for her to go. They don't like the way that she's running things. You got Republicans quitting. You got people saying that she's wasting tax dollars. I think they sent the worst lawyers to try to make this case. Shout out to Agent Slugger. What's good, brother? So I think that, shout out to Tommy Bull too. I didn't even realize Tommy Bull was in here. What's good, bro? Yo, yeah. So, I think they're not proving their case, and again, like I said, it's conspiracy theory. It looks like the FTC is throwing this case. I mean, you got judges interrupting them because she's had enough of them saying stupid shit and trying to just basically ask the same question over and over again, but in a different way. Trying to get Phil Spencer to commit to putting games on PlayStation Cloud. You know, trying to tell him to swear under oath that, hey, I'm not going to take it off of PlayStation. They brought experts in who have crunched the numbers and said it doesn't make financial sense to take this off of PlayStation. And they told them, hey, look, we're going to put it in the cloud. We're going to put it on, on the cloud gaming that Call of Duty's never been there before. It's going to reach more players. So how is that anti-competitive? Yes, Thriller Ali, the FTC lawyers are from Wish, bro. They are bad, bro. Oh my God. Yo, it is crazy. I have never seen such inept counsel in my life. Like, a public defender is better. And that's why I said the fix is in. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Like, all they're asking, all the judges asking the FTC, well, the FTC bought the case. They're the one that want the preliminary injunction. All the judges telling you is, look, prove it. I'll give you the damn injunction. Just prove to me how this company buying this other company is going to be bad for business or bad for consumers. And all these idiots keep bringing up is PlayStation. They have never once mentioned how it's bad for the consumer or how it's good for the consumer. Yes, Tommy Bull, it is a setup. This is bullshit. I can find jokers who failed the bar exam at Quinnipiac that can do a better job at just making the case. Like, this is just lawyer 101. Make your case. Do your homework. You had 18 months to figure out the console business. And they haven't. Like, I've never seen, bro, they could have listened to us every Saturday. Come to the arcade every Saturday. We could have educated you and told you, and we could have told you that Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox all compete for our money on console. That's why Levon's got a goddamn Switch icon next to him in the Brawl Bully Discord. Parker's got a PlayStation 1. You know, that's the whole point. You cannot say it's not a big deal in the console market. That cloud shit doesn't exist yet. But yet and still, they keep coming with these badass narrative, old numbers, no smoking gun. They are wasting my fucking tax dollars. Yo, this is crazy. Man, listen. Yo, Rodney's son, I didn't see Thrash's video. I didn't watch Thrash video because Thrash said because of him, he made Digital Foundry change their whole video and analysis on Starfield. You know, I don't know if he had a whole lot of coke that day or he had some heroin. That shit's just crazy. So I just let him rock. But anyway, so that's why Tommy's on to something. This is horrible, bro. You can't let these kind of people represent a government entity. Yeah, I'm almost at a loss for words. I'm like, are you dead serious? Yo, buddy came through. He ain't that damn powerful, Tommy. But listen, here's the crazy part, and y'all not gonna believe this. They had one of the brothers that was defending the FTC. He came out with these numbers, right? To tell us, oh, well, you know, this is going to cause foreclosure or somewhat of a conclosure. And, you know, and then they asked this motherfucker where he got his numbers from. You know what this motherfucker said? Do you know what this motherfucker said when they asked him where he got his numbers from? The motherfucker was mixing the 8th gen with the 9th gen, and he was giving global numbers. When it's a goddamn FTC case and they want American numbers. You can't tell me the fix isn't in. I've never seen so much dumbness. That shit is crazy as hell. If you're in America, you're on American soil, FTC is America, and you're asking for the numbers for America, what in the hell is he bringing global numbers for in his damn courtroom? What's wrong with him? I'm like, yo, this couldn't happen for real. Like, this must be make-believe. Like, hell, my 10-year-old could defend this better. Yo, I don't know. Like, this is crazy. Bro, I'll be honest with you. If they could guarantee me that I can pay off one of these houses and give me a stretch Escalade, I would have went there and defended fucking FTC and Sony. I would have done it. I would have done a better job. I would have done a better job, bro. It is crazy. And the problem is they put these jabronis on the stand that are supposed to be for them. And what did the first witness that they brought through about Clyde Gaming say? The motherfucker dropped the bag. He said, hey, what is this Cloud Stadia? What does it compete with? Oh, Stadia competes with console and it's good, okay? It's good for cloud gaming, okay? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, why would the FTC star witness, they're telling you that consoles and the cloud and Nintendo are in separate markets, and this asshole gets up there and says they're all the same. He said, well, we compete with Nintendo, we compete with Xbox, we compete with PlayStation, and we compete all on the cloud. That's what they told me to say. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Did he just say that? Like, yo, bro, I couldn't believe it. And then at first I was like, nah, they're lying. So I went and listened to the audio. Unfortunately, the YouTube channel that was streaming it on Friday, they got shut down because you're not supposed to be broadcasting the court shit on YouTube because you can't get into the Zoom room. It's impossible. So they did have it on YouTube and they were talking about it. And I was like, yo, I cannot believe Sarah Bonds smashed them up, broke them down. When they was trying to get her to say shit that she didn't want to say, like, bro, listen, I watched many fucking episodes of Law and Order, and I could have learned how to play a lawyer and stay at a Holiday Inn Express. Like, this shit was bad. And I'm like, yo, okay. So then they brought out a chart, right? They brought out a chart that shows that Steam grew after losing COD. Previously, this chart showed that Nintendo also managed to grow without COD. Like, how could you not know as an FTC lawyer that they had that in their pocket? Like, you're supposed, listen, I know this for a fact. When there are two people in a case, the defendant and the plaintiff, you guys share information that you have so they can poke holes in your argument. That's a fact. Because you wouldn't have it. The trials would go on for months if people didn't realize what the other evidence that the other guy had. They know that. That's the whole point. That's how everybody in America is granted to a speedy trial. Because you have to share information. You have to say the only thing, you have to let them know what witnesses that you have coming to testify. You have to let them know what evidence you have. What evidence is going to be allowed in court. They know that, and they did. I can't believe the FTC just sat here and laid a fucking egg. Like, yo, this is crazy. Like, and now, this isn't the bad part. The bad part out of all of this is the bald-headed dude with the glasses that likes to smile and shit, he's going on the stand tomorrow. And he talking about, you want to talk about competition? They got that charming dude sitting up on the stand tomorrow. Him, Satya Nadella, is going to be on the stand tomorrow. And then, yo, he's going to cook them dude. Listen, like we all said, like Tommy Bull agrees with me. And I think Mello's little Rodney son agrees with me too. Bro, they fixed this shit. Like, I have never seen, bro, everybody was wondering, well, Microsoft got big money and Microsoft can just pay the judge or pay the judge off or pay. You ain't even got to do that. You get to a lawyer. The same way, if you want to fix an NBA game or an NFL game, you don't get to the player. You get to the referee. And I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Hit the like button. I personally think that they paid somebody because this representation that I'm seeing by the FTC is incompetent. Like, yo, you can't let these people walk in here with charts showing how Steam and Nintendo grew after losing COD. That destroys the whole damn argument. Crazy as hell. And I got some more nuggets in here, and then we gonna move on, and I'm gonna see what the other brothers had. And here's another one here. The guy that came through, his name was Lee, and they just beat his ass up on the stand because that brother, he wouldn't give yes or no's. He was giving maybes and all this wishful thinking, like, yo, that dude was the worst. And then it was bad. And here's what I don't understand. Why in the blue hell is the FTC calling NVIDIA? NVIDIA made friends with them already. They don't have concerns. What are you bro? When they were bringing NVIDIA in, and I saw that list, I said, bro, this is a fix. This is a fix. Why are you bringing in a witness that is already siding with the opposition? What the hell are you going to ask him? How many games they gave it to you for? How many years? It makes no sense. No, bro, if you listen, and I hate to say it, even Stevie Wonder could see that this is a bad idea. This is a fact. It's a fact. You can't do this. You can't. You can't, bro. This is so. Listen, I know a lot of people don't like Trump and they think that he's a bigot. No, he might be, all that shit. But even, bro, when he said stuff is rigged, this is rigged. This is rigged. There is no way these people pass the bar. It's impossible. And then there was one point, I'm trying to remember, where it was laughing in a courtroom. And then after that, so the guy, Lee said, listen to this. This is where he was trying to get Microsoft. Lee said that COD gamers spend more than others, and those who even spend more time on more time a month on COD, they'll spend even more. And he's saying that, well, that's going to make PlayStation, lose money or whatever, which is true. But then he got stupid again. Then that's when they asked him, well, after he said that, like, look, more people play PlayStation. They'll spend more money on PlayStation if they play COD, this and that, whatever. But then the dumbass, they ask him, well, is it essential? He said no. Like, why would you just told us they spend more money on that particular console. And then you just told us that it's not essential. You just said that. Like, yo, oh my God. So then he agreed with the judge, Corley, that it would also depend on the content where the users would switch from a multi-game subscription service if they had to. Like, he couldn't even prove, or he could not even differentiate how PlayStation Plus has 3 different tiers, I think it is. Help me out here, guys. 2 or 3 different tiers. And then you have your Xbox. So basically, they gave, like, the PlayStation Plus numbers was like 47 million users. And then, they turn around. So they actually let the FTC let Microsoft get away with comparing PlayStation Plus numbers, who do not have to pay $18 a month. You could just be a PlayStation Plus for the year. I think it's like $60. They let them get away with comparing that to Game Pass. They didn't say shit. It's not the same thing. They let bro walk. I couldn't believe it, bro. They let him walk. They let his ass walk. He walked. And that's just, and that's what happened. And that's what was happening. And no. Here's the thing, Agent Slugger. They were comparing Xbox Game Pass. You know how Xbox got the 20-something million subs? They let Microsoft get away with comparing their 20-something million subs, which pay more, to PlayStation's 47 million PS Plus subscriber, where everybody is collected in. The 47 million, they all don't pay $18 a month. Even I know that's not a fair comparison, but they let them get away with it. Bro, I told you, these motherfuckers are bad. Bad. That's why I said they can come listen to the arcade. You can listen to Next Gen 720. You can listen to Levon with his tapes. Ty, you can listen to Pastor Joe with his shorts he put out there.
Ricky Brown, hold on. Technically, they can compare because remember it's a tier system.
Yeah, but they bundled all the tiers together, and we know goddamn well that's not how it goes here, because everybody that got PlayStation Plus is not paying $18 a month. Some of them pay $60 for the year. That's
but that's how they did it,
bro. But that's wrong. That's what I'm saying is wrong. Like they got the worst lawyers to come in here and prove their point, and it's brutal. It's brutal as hell. Like I can't believe they got away with that. And yo, my man Tommy Bull said Nadella looks like the type to pay somebody off with a smile. Facts. Sitting there showing all them fake teeth. Like, listen, and he's gonna understand tomorrow. You really think a man in control of a $2.5 trillion company, they're gonna let him look? I guarantee you that. Here's where it sucks, because this is our tax dollars. Because you know damn well the Microsoft lawyers probably told Satya what kind of questions they're gonna ask him, and he probably, I don't need to study, I'll go on the fly, because he's one of them smooth talking jive turkeys. But the FTC dudes that they're bringing, they don't make sense. They are hurting them and not helping them. That's what I'm saying. And the reason why it pisses me off so much is because it's just stupid. Shout out to Onyx. Onyx said, what pissed me off is Microsoft failed to acquire Activision, American company. FTC probably is cool with Saudi Arabia, oh shit, or Tencent, China acquiring them, losing American companies to other countries. And Onyx, that is a good point. And that is why they are making Lena Khan look stupid as hell, bro. There ain't no way American companies should be fighting each other to stop them from acquiring each other. That doesn't make any damn sense. They wouldn't do that in Japan. They wouldn't do that in Europe. But now we're thinking that this is on the up and up, that the FTC really wants to fight Microsoft, when I think it's the goddamn opposite. I think they're giving it to them. Look at that shit. They're giving it to him, Onyx, Tommy, Agent Slugger, Mello's little Rodney's son. They are giving it away. Giving it away. Listen, I'll never forget when I watched the Mike Tyson fight. He had just got out of prison. And he was fighting a dude named Bruce Seldon. Bruce Seldon, jacked up heavyweight, had a nice little jab, right? And he looked dangerous in the fights that he had. He had one of the belts that Tyson lost to Douglas. So Tyson's out of jail and Tyson's hungry. So Mike Tyson goes to fight Bruce Seldon. And he barely touched him and he fell on the ground and he never got up again. He just wanted that $5 million payday. I think they told him that was one of the worst fixed fights I have ever seen. And listen, I know there are 3 fixes that I remember in my life. And we got 8 minutes left, folks. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not. There are 3 things that I saw in my life that were a fix. And you can't tell me no different. Number 1, when my Los Angeles Lakers, I'm a hell of a Laker fan, but I got to call it like it is. When I saw the Lakers go against the Sacramento Kings, and the Sacramento Kings was going to go up 3-1, and they started calling every foul in the world. Doug Christie shooting air balls now. Freaking, it was, I'd never seen an NBA conference final switch the way that it did with the officiating and everything, because Mike Bibby was giving the Lakers the business, bro. He was killing them. Kobe couldn't guard him. Fisher couldn't guard him. Harper couldn't guard him. Mike Bibby was freaking tearing these dudes up. And all of a sudden, they start calling all these fouls.
Oh. Yeah.
Calling all these fouls. And I'm like, man, the Lakers are getting a whole lot of calls. Living at the foul line. Kobe's at the foul line. And the Lakers end up winning the series. And I knew that was a fix. So later on, to back up my claims, referee Tim Donahue, whatever his name was, had to go to federal prison because he said that he was in charge of fixing that series.
He fixed them with the Nuggets versus the Lakers when Allen Iverson was on there. They rigged it for y'all to win.
Yes, they did. Listen, I'm a Laker fan, and bro, that guy went to jail because of that. He went. God, if y'all don't believe me in the chat, look up Tim Donahue, referee, fix Laker games. He fixed them. That was the first fix that I saw. Yes, sir.
You are songing stress, Ricky. Hear this, right? Right now, I just sold my barbecue pit, and I bought a PlayStation 5 because that's the temperature I'm looking for.
Oh man,
I'm looking to barbecue some meat, some fresh meat,
some bush meat.
You know, some bush meat, man, and this meat will distress you, man. You are so much. Let's have a barbecue on these PlayStation 5s. The temperature.
But Pastor, we don't want to see Pastor. We're in America here, Pastor, and they tag Pastor. They take Ricky Brown's check, 32% of my check a week. They take for taxes.
Woo!
32%. Yeah, they take 32% of my check for taxes. And I want to see my money work. I see my money work with my children. Listen.
A third, man.
Yes, I like to see my children in nice sneakers, nice clothes. They have a nice home. They have nice TVs, and they have anything that a child could want. So, okay, I see my money working that way. Pastor, I don't like the way my money's working in this FTC case against Microsoft. You're hiring lawyers that I'm better than to take care of business. I don't like that. Because here's the problem, Pastor. At this point, you're wasting all of this money. Just let the effing deal go through. This is dumb because you're just wasting tax dollars now. You got to pay this judge. You got to pay these jabronis in that courtroom. Microsoft's got to pay these lawyers. All of this money is just getting flushed down the toilet.
Well, who elected them? Who elected these guys? And Ricky, not you guys. Who elected Dina Khan and these?
Well,
people?
actually, you don't vote for them. The president appointed her, President Joe Biden. So anybody that voted for Joe Biden is responsible for Lena Khan's actions. So yes, you are the one.
Said.
So
well, enough said. Well, boy, somebody. Hear what? Money have to be siphoned out somewhere, man. But guess what? Maybe we can make it back by.
But Pastor,
maybe we can make back.
Now listen, I know
we can make back that money. We can make back that money if we throw a barbecue. Let's throw a barbecue.
I don't know, Pastor.
I am getting a PlayStation 5 with the right temperature. You get a PlayStation 5 with the right temperature, and let's throw a barbecue.
You want to throw a barbecue? Now listen, let me ask you the serious.
You have to recoup that money, man.
Serious question, though, Pastor. Have you been listening to the case?
Yes, I've been right now. I'm reading up and
okay. Now
it's funny stuff, man.
It is. Now let me ask you this. Now you're a smart man. You're also 6'7" like myself. Now, do you think that Microsoft is proving their case, or do you think the FTC is losing this case?
Based on what it is I'm seeing, I think the FTC was not informed as well. Their selection of witnesses was very poor.
Yes.
I mean, if I was a jury listening to that, they won't be convincing me that here what this is bad for the consumer.
Yo, Tommy Bull is a hater. Tommy, this is what Tommy Bull. Tommy said the only thing that makes me feel good is that they are limited to 30 FPS on Starfield till the next Xbox. Man, that's funny. that this dude won't stop. But here's where it's very odd. Is like we mentioned the lawyers and how they're not proving the case. And I don't think they're going to be able to prove the cloud market either if they try to call it a market. Because in case you haven't known, they have Stadia 2.0 coming out. So anybody that has YouTube can have your Stadia 2.0. Which I'm surprised Levon didn't put that as a topic. That you can have a Stadia 2.0 is going to be via YouTube. And think about this. So now is YouTube going to get brought to court because YouTube now has the NFL Sunday ticket, which DirecTV used to have. And now look at all the people that have YouTube Premium, that have YouTube TV. And now they're going to get Stadia 2.0. Yeah, Tommy, they're going to get Stadia 2.0. And they're going to have the NFL Sunday ticket, and they have their live stream content. YouTube, quiet as kept, is becoming a fucking monopoly.
Hold on, I want to say this though. So what they all under the same umbrella, right? So what would be the Stadia 2.0 though? Are they getting back into gaming?
I think they are.
Listen to me, Ricky. Ricky, first they won't prepare. When they brought this economist, Lee, right?
Yes.
They brought Lee, and Microsoft lawyers asked Lee that and one of the things that Sony could do before the transaction was to pay Activision to have certain things exclusive from Call of Duty. Then Lee said, yes, it's possible. But he said that what example you guys have of that? You know what the Sony lawyer said?
Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, that was a mic drop. I forgot to even mention that. That was a mic drop moment too.
He is a potato. That lawyer is a potato. I don't know why they're hiring potato. I mean, why just hire Heavy when Stevens and
But
done.
did you hear?
I mean,
Did you hear though that that Florian Mueller said that he overheard somebody say that Lee was not helping the case. He's doing a terrible job. Did you see that?
Yep.
I was
Yep.
like, wow. So this guy Lee, the economist, comes in. He's doing so damn bad that one of the lawyers overhears somebody on the phone saying he is doing
He's
a
doing
very bad job. And
But you
that
know what's confusing?
what's that?
Why did the FTC choose to rush this case if they know they won't be prepared? They didn't have the knowledge.
I tell you why, Pastor.
Tell me why.
I believe in UFOs and conspiracy theories. I do. And listen, Pastor, think about this.
Yeah.
The FTC has been trying to stop big tech, right, from buying up. But all you hear me? This shit is just like wrestling, Pastor. They make it seem like they want to stop Microsoft, right? On the surface, we all thought that Hulk Hogan hated Andre the Giant. We all thought that the NWO wanted to invade WCW. But at the end of the day, they all worked for the same effing company. And from what I can see is
Vince McMahon.
Yes, the FTC, to me, I think they're in bed with Microsoft. Because the fact that they're using,
that's a stretch, man. That's a stretch.
I think they're in bed with them, bro. Think about it. Or the FTC. I'll tell you why it's not a stretch. The FTC knew the whole time that Jim Ryan said in an email that he was not worried about losing Call of Duty, that it was going to stay there, right?
Right.
So why in the hell do you need him to come on a tape to say otherwise? You already knew that. Why would you call NVIDIA if NVIDIA agreed a 10-year deal with you? Why are you bringing them?
Yeah, something wrong there. So
yes, that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, it was a foolish selection process. I don't understand that one. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
Very foolish.
Onyx, 100%. He says, scary, those clowns are the ones making decisions for our future. It's hilarious, man. Hey, listen. Thanks to all those that tuned in. I went on my rant the last 10 minutes. It had to be done. But if this doesn't tell you people to get out there and vote, because listen, this ain't about Xbox. This isn't about PlayStation or Jim Ryan or Phil Spencer. As an American, if you look at this and you say, Jesus, this is where my tax dollars are going for a entity that had 18 months to prepare to make their case. They saw what the CMA did. They saw what the EU did. And yet and still, they want to die on that hill, waste my 32% wages per week, and just keep fighting a fight that you can't win. That is the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and thinking that you're going to have a different result. Now, I understand what Lena Khan's trying to do. She's trying to stop big tech. But you can't arrest somebody if they're not breaking the law. There is no law that says you cannot do vertical mergers.
Right.
So you can't say, I'm trying to stop it. And I will go to my grave believing that the FTC is really in cahoots with Microsoft. What in the hell would an American company want to fight another American company for? It doesn't make sense.
So are you saying Satya Nadella and Lena Khan, they are sitting down together, eating biryani and chicken tandoori and all of these things?
Listen, remember this. 90% of America is run on Windows, and Microsoft is one of the biggest lobbyists to the Democratic Party. So you tell me. So you tell me. Bro, this was a fix from the beginning. The FTC blocked it in the legislative court of their own on purpose. They didn't block it. Think about this. Hold on, Pastor. Think about this.
Yeah.
They could have gave a preliminary injunction on this case 17 months ago, 15 months ago, 12 months ago, 8 months ago. Why did they do it now? Think about this. They want the preliminary injunction now, Pastor, because they can't win it, and it will give Microsoft the okay to close the deal. What's today's date, Pastor? Today is 6/27. June 27th. They have the 16th to get this closed. Oh, by the way, they have 5 days after the 30th because then they'll be able to close it if they're not granted the preliminary injunction. This shit was a fix from day one. And everybody in the regulatory bodies were thinking that this was a good thing to try to challenge big tech, and this was a stepping stone for things to come and to make fair game, fair play, and that, big tech couldn't take over. It was all bullshit. We all believed in this bullshit. The whole time, we really thought that they were doing this to make changes, but in actuality, it was a fucking fix. This was a fix. But they didn't. They did it just like Vince McMahon does it, bro. They made it look like a real fight. They sold it as a real fight. There was blood drawn. There was mud slang. There was names called. But at the end of the day, after she makes her decision and they close this damn deal, they all gonna be drinking champagne together and free Xboxes for everyone. Watch. I'm telling you right now. This is exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna close it out. Levon!
All right, let's end this. This was the save point. Peace out, y'all. Yeah, bye.
Deuce, Tommy Bull, Onyx, Rierios, Agent Slugger. Who else came through? Mello's little Rodney son. Who else we got here? Ish came through. Thriller Ali, Buck. Everybody that came through, we appreciate it. Legendary, it took you forever to get in here, but we'll talk off air anyway. But listen, thank y'all for coming through. Hit that like button on your way out. We will see y'all Saturday on the arcade, 1:30 Eastern time. Thanks for tuning in. Boy, I love the conspiracy theory stories, bro. And,
it's not a conspiracy theory. They just stalling to make them pay more money.